Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. Y'all know this is day 2 of the Diddy trial, but I want to also go back just for a go back just for a little bit. So to get you to understand more of why they are name dropping celebrities, because just because they dropped the name don't mean they did anything wrong. They may just had a like, threat. Did may have threatened somebody and that kind of stuff. But the Pascal show, that's where this reaction is coming from. He's also in the description of this video, and he's on YouTube, and he's gonna explain to y'all a little bit why they name drop some people, okay? Hold on one second, please.
There's some answers revolving around the reason why Michael B. Jordan, Mike
Sorry, y'all. I don't know what is wrong with this.
Myers, Laura London, Michelle Williams, and others are being named in this voir dire for this big, huge, high-profile trial, which is the Diddy trial. Now, of course, we've all been following this since day one. Yesterday was...
Oh, sorry, y'all. Just 1 second, everybody. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Dang it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What's going on with you, buddy? Uh-oh. Let me put it back. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I got it. Let's see. Let's just do it over. Okay. Sorry, y'all. What's going on?
Answers revolving around the reason why Michael...
See? Wait, just let me skip that. Y'all gotta get it. It's good. Wait a minute. Maybe that. Yeah. Shoot. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing, Mr. Pascal? Yeah, I'm gonna have to start the stream over. Yeah. I'm gonna have to start the stream all over.
First day of the actual jury selection. The trial has commenced. It is on and moving down the track. And there's been a lot of weird things that they've been asking these jurors, like these particular celebrities' names. Not only just the celebrity names, but they've been asking all kinds of different things about their, questions on their opinion about people having multiple partners, if you get what I'm saying, and the such. It's been a very interesting series of questions that both prosecution and the defense have been asking their jury now, or potential jurors. Now, I understand why they're doing that to a certain extent, because let's be real. Diddy is a high profile name. He is a household name, guys. Everyone knows who he is for the most part, or knows of his work. And then also on top of that, they also want to find out who hasn't seen or who has seen the actual...
Oh, I was wondering how do I stop him so I can talk? That just popped in, y'all. I don't know. I ain't never been able to play it while I was small. But anywho, I hope y'all could see it. And understand it, because I was confused. All right, y'all. I may just start the stream completely over because it just messed me up. Dang it. I wanted y'all to hear this, see it. All right. Okay. That's enough. All right. They playing with me.
His defense team a very, very hard
Oh,
time. But one thing is for sure, going back to what I was saying, a lot of people are trying to understand why the hell are these people names being brought up in this situation, like Mike Myers, Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers are the most random names I've ever heard. And these are the first times we heard some of these names during this trial. A lot of these other lawsuits and documents that we have been seeing nothing but other names on the regular. But suddenly out of nowhere, we're getting Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers, even Laura London, even.
okay. I see what y'all doing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. Cause the London lady, she dated
Kanye West. I know
Nipsey Hussle.
Kanye West, I'm not really that
Remember?
surprised, but still, it's just interesting that his name is being mentioned in here as well. So again,
This is the worst video. No, it's not.
when we look at these things, it's just very, very interesting. And of course,
Sorry,
we are
Lord.
all trying to understand why they are getting mentioned. So now we're finally getting that answer. And the answer to that question is this. Let's take a look at this. So shocking reason. So they say Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers were some of the A-list celebrities named for the first time during the first day of trial for Diddy's case. Okay, their names were included in a list of people and places handed to potential jurors because they come up throughout the STing trial. So in other words, something that happened with Michael B. Jordan, maybe maybe some bad things happened to him, because now we're understanding that something did happen between him and Diddy. Maybe that's something that was mentioned by one of the victims, one of the witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
That incident must be brought up, or it might be brought up and put into the conversation or put into this trial. So that's very interesting. Same thing with Mike Myers, which is very interesting. The Mike Myers thing is very interesting. We're gonna talk about that here in a second. All right. But one thing is for sure, they say Jordan is on the list because he was allegedly threatened by Diddy over his relationship with the rapper's ex-girlfriend Cassie.
Yeah, y'all know, cause Cassie and Diddy had broken up for a little bit, so Michael B. Jordan, was talking to Cassie, and Diddy got wind of it. Cause once they got back together, Diddy got wind of the phone conversation or whatever, so he called him and threatened him. But Mike Myers, y'all have to hear about why Diddy hot with him.
Say what? Now, let me just tell you this. Michael B. Jordan has been in Hollywood and has been in the game for a long, long time. Of course, ever since he got into Creed and all that, yeah, he of course, his star has risen to where it is now, but he has been a Hollywood actor for decades. Before Sinners, before Black Panther, before Creed, any of those movies, he's been in the game for a long time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's been rubbing elbows with other A-list stars, other names that maybe he stumbled upon or ran into Cassie. That is a possibility. But the fact that they're saying that Diddy allegedly threatened him because he was maybe trying to put the moves on Cassie, or just became friends with Cassie, is absolutely insane to me, guys. It's absolutely insane. But this is the same situation that Kid Cudi was put into. But the only difference is his car went boom, boom out in his.
And Cassie and Michael B. Jordan, they had Diddy found the text messages, and the court has the text messages or something like that. But they showed the text message in the document. Some I seen last night, okay, but it's a text message, okay.
Driveway, if we are all up to date on all the information that was in that lawsuit or that in the legal documents over the past several months. So that is absolutely crazy, guys. All right. Next, they say it's unclear why Myers was on the list, but there's a scene in one of his Austin Power movies that includes a Diddy joke.
Sorry.
Now, of course, we're still in jury selection, and that's going on until, I guess they're saying that the trial will start on next Monday, May 12th. We'll see if that actually happens, because again, this is such an intricate questioning process.
Yeah, I think it'll start on Monday. I actually do, because that judge is rolling.
A very intricate process for jury selection that this may take up. the whole
Uh-oh.
week. This may take up till next Monday, but we'll see how today and the rest of the week goes. But the thing I still have a question about is, what did Mike Myers make a joke about that would make some people, or make Diddy maybe mad, or would make him get included into this whole trial in the first place? Because again, if you don't know who Mike Myers is, he has the very famous Austin Powers movies. He
Yeah.
has Wayne's World. He was a rising star, or he was a star of SNL back in the 90s. Um, so to me, it's such a strange name to be brought into this conversation. Now, one of the things that they're saying here is that he said, I guess he put a joke, uh, very tongue in cheek joke, if you get what I'm saying, in Austin Powers movie. Okay, so they say Mike Myers was reportedly on the list of celebrities whose names recently popped up in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. The potential jurors were asked whether they were familiar with certain celebrities who might have some connection to the controversial record exec slash rapper. The reason behind including Mike Myers is unclear, as the 61-year-old actor has yet to respond to the news. Interestingly, though, the Wayne's World actor once seemingly poked fun at Sean Diddy Combs in one of his films. In a scene from Austin Powers in Goldmember, interesting, Dr. Evil, okay, portrayed by Mike Myers, had
Yeah.
E. Diddy tattooed on his buttocks, seemingly parroting P. Diddy's name.
Y'all remember I said he had tattoos on him, but yeah, I told y'all yesterday. I said he did his name tattooed on him, but I didn't know it was a skit because I had it on mute. Okay, but anyway, y'all see it, y'all hear it.
In one of the scenes, Austin Powers, also portrayed by, Mike Myers, pulls down his nemesis pants, revealing the E. Diddy tattoo. Considering the tone of the spy comedy film series, the joke on the rapper might have not have much meaning other than just being a gag. However, in the wake of the allegations against Sean Combs, the scene resurfaced last year, with many trying to establish a link. Now, of course, in the movie as well, they even do a parody of the song "Hard Knock Life" with Dr. Evil and Mini Me performing the song together, right? So again, but it's just small
That
little
ain't
jokes
it.
here and there that he's just poking fun at. Nothing too serious, like I said, it's just small tongue in cheek type of stuff. But nonetheless, could it be that they were wearing, or they did that gag, and that really angered the hell out of Diddy? You got to remember, if Diddy is getting overly sensitive about someone talking to an ex, or he
Exactly.
gets overly sensitive or angry or territorial over
Correct.
other women that he's ran into, or even men, music that he wants to have ownership over, and all that, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets mad, sees a skit or a little parody of something, or a comedy bit in a movie with his name, seemingly his name tattooed on some other male's butt. I can see him getting very angry about that, and maybe.
And because everything in Hollywood is supposed to be a secret, just like you remember when Wendy Williams gave him that little something and she ended up working somewhere else, all that radio stuff. But anyway, yeah, that tattoo did it hot.
Trying to threaten someone like Mike Myers. You got to remember, Mike Myers at that time was a massive success. He was an international star, international comedian, especially those Austin Power movies. Those movies were massive. So again, something like that joke, that's not a joke that you just had in a skit on SNL, or a skit on YouTube or Instagram. No, this was on the silver screen at that time. And this is before there were any viral videos and YouTube like that out there. So again, I could see him going off and threatening the hell out of Mike Myers
Me
for doing
too.
something like that. Other
Me
names
too.
mentioned, which we already know, Michelle Williams is being mentioned in here, and she just may be an eyewitness to something, or maybe she got threatened too. That's possible. Actress Laura London, who was the girlfriend of Nipsey Hussle,
Yeah.
who lost his life in 2019. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
And of course, we already know about rapper Kid Cudi, because his car went boom boom because he was trying to step to Cassie. Let's not forget that as well. All right. But moving on, of course, there's a lot of paperwork, to the point where the judge compared the questionnaire to the Lord of the Rings, meaning there's too many questions. There's a lot of questions, which is kind of ridiculous. Okay.
And it's weird that the judge saw it weird too, as like he couldn't believe all those celebrity names, A-lister names, as they call them, A-listers, all us A-listers. But yeah, the celebrity names are in there. Yeah, it's over 190. I think 191.
Okay. But again, it's very interesting to see why these names are being brought up, why these names are being put in here. And it does make me wonder about Laura London. But at the same time, if Nipsey Hussle was very close or had any relations of any kind with Diddy, there's a possibility that she's been witness to certain things. Same thing with Michelle Williams. You got to remember, Michelle Williams was part of the group Destiny's Child. Beyonce is part of the group Destiny's Child. Jay-Z is married to Beyonce of the former group Destiny's Child. So there may be things that Michelle Williams saw, or that her life was threatened because she witnessed certain things that Diddy did at a specific time in his life. You got to remember, this is decades long of stuff and crimes that Diddy's being accused of doing. So again, a lot of these A-list Black Hollywood and Black hip hop, R&B music stars, yeah, we're going to hear some names that are going to be a little bit off-putting. But the one thing that's very strange to me, though, aside from Michael B. Jordan, it still is shocking because it's the first time we've heard his name, is Mike Myers. Again, Mike Myers is a very interesting one, unless he was threatened and there are witnesses to that fact. It just makes you wonder why. And I think it's interesting that right now they don't have the full scope of the reason, but they at least know for sure that there were jokes that he made in a movie, and that may have pissed off Diddy or the people that work with Diddy. You never know.
All right, y'all. And I'm going to let that go right there. If y'all want to hear the whole uninterrupted Pascal show, he is on YouTube. And I'm going to call it I'm going to end this one. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Thank y'all for joining. Please hit that subscribe button, like button, and share it if you can, okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.